Welcome to another episode of the Chief Audit Executive Briefing. Hey, we are at the end of 2019. Wow. And that means we're moving into 2020. And I couldn't wait to tell you this until the next year. So I'm giving you a little heads up on this. But I'm doing another survey this year about some of the opportunities and challenges and how internal audit shops are doing risk-based internal auditing. Now, the reason I'm telling you this, I'm going to open this up because it's a survey for chief audit executives, but I wanted to give you first access to that. So there's a link down below in the email where you can go out and take this 5-minute survey just to provide some feedback. Now, if you'll remember last year, I did different episodes on the podcast and other things that talked about some of these opportunities and challenges that we were facing. And I know, at the end of every year, a lot of the professional service firms put out their little survey thing. And, I was even just watching or looking at some of the stuff today, and so much of what gets put out there is propaganda. It's what the professional service firms want you to hear. They'll send you surveys, they'll get data, and then they provide you with what they want you to hear. Most of the time, that is targeted towards needs that you have, that you need them to come in and help you either implement new technology, or you need their services to do whatever the shiny, glitzy, new buzzword is that they're trying to push on you. And I've kind of had it with that. It just kind of makes me sick to my stomach because honestly, a lot of the stuff that they're putting out there is not really thought leadership. It's not really what's actually going on. So I thought, screw it. I'm going to do it again, only I'm going to do it this year, and I'm going to do it a lot bigger. And so I wanted to give you the opportunity to provide your feedback. Because again, this is going to be what chief audit executives are actually saying. And I'll package this all together. It's all confidential and anonymous, and it'll only take you about 5 minutes to answer. There's really just a couple of questions. What are some of the challenges that you see your team facing in 2020? What are the opportunities that you see in 2020? Kind of the top 3 risk-based internal audit projects that you're planning in your team this year. And then just kind of where you feel you are on the maturity index of how well you're doing risk-based internal audits. Very simple, very easy. And I'll just then take that information and actually put it out there for the community. Because I think it's important to have an independent voice, and that it's not driven by service providers or professional organizations that are trying to create messaging and get you to believe certain things that may or may not be true. So I'm giving this as an opportunity for it to be the real and raw answers that people provide back. So I hope you'll help me out and do me a favor by just taking the 5 minutes to be able to fill that out and provide me with that information, so that this next year in 2020, in this first quarter, I can provide you all with that information. So with that, that's all I have for this week, and I'll talk to you this next week.